Hello, friends. Good evening and good morning, wherever you are located in on the globe. My point of discussion is today is the very foreign minister of India, Dr. S.Jaishankar, made the remarks, and on that remarks, he was talking about the India-China relationship. India-China relationship, in my point of view, is never was a warmful and trustworthy and coordinating a peaceful relationship. It was never. With the date, uh, I can tell you, in since India got independence 1947, Prime Minister Nehru, which was very much influenced by the uh, uh, Mahatma Gandhi ji, and its policies was very pacific policy and peaceful, peace-loving people, and a, a very friendly nature people, idealistic, principled kind of people they were. And Mahatma Gandhi was very principled, humanistic attitude uh, was his actually the nature was his nature, humanistic nature was, and he was very principled man. He wanted international relation to be peaceful and trustworthy and peace coordinating and idealistic principles. They opt out. If you read the books, whatever they have written, the discovery of India and Mahatma Gandhi, everybody knows that what Mahatma Gandhi's position was. He was treating his enemy with due respect. So Gandhiji's and his uh, the colleagues all around him was definitely had some immense impacts on them. So the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, was also very much influenced with the principled politics, idealistic politics. Hindi, Chini, uh, Bhai Bhai, the slogan he made, and he went there and supported China's uh, every point, and China got the seat in UNSC Security Council, United Nations Security Council, and he made successive, uh, uh, you know, steps to make the good relationship with China and uh, trustworthy, principled position he took forward, and he also took forward at the global stage called as non-alignment movement. He was not aligned with the two blocks, either on Russia bloc nor US blocks. He was in the middle of the everything. So his position was very idealistic, not to cooperate, not to join any bloc, not to confront anybody, how to establish the peace, at the global stage. Uh, if you look at non-alignment movement, it has its own impact on the global politics. 100 plus countries was non-aligned with anybody, so they avoided grouping and block pattern of politics. So that was very fantastic thing. And after successive presidents of United States presidents also accepted that the India's politics of non-alignment movement was very nice, and he was fruitful to avoid the war confronting between the two blocks. Now the India's position is up, and Indian politics and his driver of politics, country's driver, is now changed. Now BJP is ruling the state in India, and they have their own mission. Definitely, that's why they came to power in a democratic system. So the relationship with China got changed afterwards, and China came to acquire, occupied forcefully Tibet in 1958-59. Afterwards, they came to the border with India. Then the 62, the war happened between those two. India was very friendly in nature, and he was thinking about the China will not do anything wrong with, but they didn't consider the agreements. They didn't consider they didn't even values the uh, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru positions. So the strained then relationship is strained now after 1962, and many years after 1988-85, the Indian Prime Minister went to China and wanted to cooperate because of there was suffering, economy was suffering, economic status of both countries was mm, need of the hours on that time. That was the situation of both the nations, and the per capita GDP was very much low, and in 85 and 1990 approximate, China was way behind India's per capita GDP on that time. But afterwards, uh, China took off a exponential economic growth, and that was the reason. There was reason, natural resources as well as investment by the uh, United States of America and Western allies. They invested technologically, and they pumped a lot of money in China, FDI through foreign direct investment. They put in China a lot of money to contain the Russia. Actually, they took the China as a because China and Russia relationship was not good on that time. Hmm. That's why they supported China to uh, shadows the Russia's influence. But the China went another direction. He is now too powerful that in reverse he is challenging the authorities of United States and Western countries in reverse. So the equation of things now got changed, and after 80s and 90s, India's economic cooperation with China a little bit started. China also wanted because of India was the huge market. So China became the manufacturing hub, and they started uh, exports, a lot of export throughout the world. And China's economy developed at the rate of 15 plus, you know, growth rate, annual growth rate, 15 plus GDP growth rate annually. So China rapidly developed after 2000 and up to 2020, a lot of GDP growth rate. Right now, China's growth rate is 17 or 19 trillion approximate. I don't remember exactly uh, you know the data, but the rapid growth, and India is right now way behind uh, this because of the India has opened up its economy. There was a structural socialism kind of economy in India after 91 liberalization. India opened up its economy, and right now they are lifting their uh, economic, and they are struggling because of they many economic manufacturing centers are right now present. So producer is much more and consumer is less. The equation is a little bit less balanced. So India is finding out its opportunity, global opportunities to get the market. That's why he is investing in Africa as well. Uh, Africa has population 1.4 billion plus people there, equal to India's population, approximately equal to. So India is also investing there, and finding out, making the cooperation relationship, etc., etc., with because of searching the market and representing itself as a global South leader. That's the political issue. But the China-India relationship, what I was talking about, India-China relationship is guided by the Dr. S.Jaishankar said that the mutual three mutuals. Three mutuals means mutual, reversible, irreversible, both directions. And respect. First of all, you have to respect, you know, and sensitivity. You have to sensible about and interest. You know, you have to respect India's strength, India's interest, and India will also do the same thing. But China didn't respect India. Every agreement they have made, they violated. They set aside everything. They even disregarded the principles of uh, uh, Panchsheel agreement as well. Mutual cooperation, mutual engagement, trustworthy relationship. 1992, they also have agreement not to amass a lot of soldiers at the border. If you are doing so, you have to inform other side. But China avoids it. China is, after all, China. Hmm. In 2020, everybody knows that there was a clash between two forces, and afterwards, 20 rounds of talks at the corps commander level, military level, and also a diplomatic channel we have, working mechanism for consultation and cooperation on India-China border affairs, WMCC. And he also said that the Nehru's idealistic principles and idealistic friendship, Nehruvian era, romanticism displayed by the India on the Nehruvian era to dealing with the China is now the guard of the country is changed. Right now, they are taking the realistic approach to deal with the China and needed to deal with the China. That's the very nice thing. Realistic, everybody knows that what does realistic mean. I mean, every ball depends. Our relationship depends upon you, not me. India is a democratic nation. There is no question about this. Its fabric, its state structure is democratic. Shuffle of government, shuffle of thought, a lot of uh, mm, uh, thoughts going on all around. Discussions is on. Everybody has their own thought, ideas, theories. They are discovering at the university level, at the diplomatic level, at the in the government system. So there is multiple of thoughts how to engage with China, how to China should be have maybe are the immediate neighbor. For that matter, I want to tell you, uh, Prime Minister of India, when they took office in 1928, every leader they made annual summit. Important for the leader. Prime Minister Narendra Modi made a policy shift to make annual summit on leader to leader level. 2018, he went to Beijing and uh, talked about Mr. With the Xi Jinping. And Xi Jinping also visited India in 2019 after 2020 was class. Afterwards, this relationship went frosty. He also has a relation with annual summit level of 2022 years with the Mr. Uh, Putin, Vladimir Putin. Okay, so annual summit level meeting India have with the global leaders. So that's the meeting is a very important thing because of misconception is uh, can be overcome by meetings. Sharing of thought is very important. What I am thinking, what you are thinking about me, then the problems resolve. So otherwise, the speculations goes up and up. So problems creates afterwards. Sardar Patel also advocated the realistic policy to Mr. Nehru, but Prime Minister Nehru was very adamant about his ideals. But that's their view. I do support uh, Nehruji's ideas as well. He was very principled man. He wanted. He was the global leader. He should have uh, ability and should have something to put forth his ideas at the global stage, for which he deserves to be. Uh, but the China didn't disregarded everything. I don't know what is their thinking. Even though Mr. S. Jaishankar is also saying that nobody can speculate about China's movement, what they are doing, how they will behave. But our relationship mostly depends on what is their thinking, what they will behave. The relationship will go on that direction. Ball is in China's court. Thank you very much.